Welcome back. In this part of the lesson, we're taking everything we learned about controlling multiple LEDs and making it smarter. Instead of repeating lines of code, we'll use a for loop to handle all the LEDs with just a few lines. You'll see how variables like base pin and number pins help us write flexible, efficient code, and we'll use the serial monitor to track what's happening in real time. Let's jump in. Instead of creating a different variable for each pin, we can just use one variable for the first pin we want to use. In this case, pin number 2. Then, we declare a second variable for the number of pins we want to use. Here, that's 5. This makes the code easier to scale and manage. We'll also need a variable to use and for loops to store the current pin number. We'll make this variable global, so it can be used in both the setup function and the loop function. In the setup function, we would normally write 5 separate pin mode lines, one for each pin, to set them as outputs. Instead, we'll use a for loop to go through each pin and set it as an output automatically. This makes our code cleaner and easier to update later. Right now, the loop function has 20 lines of code, 10 to turn the LEDs on and 10 more to turn them off. But we can accomplish the same result with just 6 lines by using 2 for loops. This not only shortens the code, but also makes it easy to handle any number of LEDs without rewriting everything. Verify and upload the code. An exit status 1 error. This is usually related to port. First, check that the correct port is selected, the one with USB in the name. Sometimes, this error happens if the serial monitor is open during upload. In other cases, simply switching the USB port on your computer can solve the problem. Awesome! The code compiled and uploaded successfully, and it's working just as expected. If your code compiled and you're confident your circuit is correct, but the LEDs aren't behaving as expected, it's time to add some debugging to the code so we can see what's going on. Add serial.begin 9600 to the setup function. Then create a print line to each for loop to see what's happening. Yikes! Another error. Oh, this is an easy one, just missing a semicolon. All right, let's upload the code again. This time, we should see the print statements appear in the serial monitor, showing us exactly what the program is doing. Good. Now we can see that the code is running through each line of the loop, just as expected. Wait, that doesn't look quite right. Let's add a space before the words on and off in the print statements to make the output easier to read. That's better. Now we can see the correct output in the serial monitor, and it's much easier to follow what the code is doing. That's it for this lesson. You've learned how to control multiple LEDs using just a few lines of code with for loops, and how to use the serial monitor to debug your output. If you need help, contact your instructor or click the chat button on the screen. See you next time.